Next, we have Vitor Pamplona, who is going to talk us about. We're going to transition over to the digital part of the meeting now. So Vitor and Brian Bellendorf talking about the vaccine credentials, and Plona from Podcheck Foundation, and Vitor, exciting. So show us what the app looks like.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Check Foundation. For those of you who have never heard about us, we were spun out of the MIT Media Lab around March last year with the specific purpose to implement and take to market most of these protocols you have seen this brilliant researchers discussing here today. Back in the day, we started with a simple contact tracing protocol that was GPS based. We migrated over into a contact tracing that was Bluetooth based. Then we engaged with Google and Apple into the exposure notification system that they built, and we released a few apps there as well. And today we are working through the last stage of this problem, which would be, how to manage this vaccination and make sure the information of users are kept private, or as many of our speakers have said, away from servers, right? We want to keep the information in the hands of the users as much as possible. So now it's demo time. Let me show you what we actually have. Let's see if we can share here my phone. And you should be able to see an app right now. This is running on my iPhone here. You can see the app starts with a very simple walkthrough. You can see we are verifying people's age just for the sake of protecting kids' information. You agree with the terms and conditions, and then you get back to your usual dashboard. For those of you who have seen this layout before, you might have realized that this is the same layout we use for the exposure notification app, which means everything I'm showing to you here can easily be imported into these other apps to any of our partners. They can release it as in a few days if they really want to. So what you can see, first of all, is a way to insert a code, an eligibility code, which is essentially your coupon. The coupon, not sure, let's see if I can. You can either scan the same coupon that people have showed to you, the QR code there, or you can just type it in. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going to type it in here, one of the codes I have. And this code will give me access to the information that was there, of course. So it's already uploaded a scheduling request into my vaccination location. I'm waiting for that confirmation. This would be for Moderna's vaccine and the first dose. And the way we know all that is through the QR code itself. All the information, as people have said before, is in the code. It's not in any server, so we don't even need to be online for this step to take place. And then, of course, if you have if you went to the vaccination location and you get your vaccine, you can scan your record just like you were scanning. So here you can see the other QR codes that we were talking about, but you want to scan the badge, and as you can see here, I can already scan and insert into my app. So this is the proof that I have been vaccinated, at least in the first dose. And of course, you can show this card around to prove that you have been vaccinated. In the same sense, in the same app, you can use the symptom function to just log in if you have had any symptoms after the vaccination. These symptoms, as Abhishek has said, will be anonymized and will send to the servers at CDC or state servers to just allow public health departments to promote to make decisions and promote a good vaccination process there. If you wanna take a look at the app, it's available online on the Play Store right now. And Apple is just giving us a hard time, but we're going to get there with the Apple Store as well. Let me show you a little bit of a different demo now, which is for any system that we are developing to try to connect the pieces as much as possible. So one of the applications we have, it's a simple tool for vaccinators to just perform the work they are doing in the last mile. So these are the nurses and the technicians that are in the field. They will be having a simple app from the PathCheck Foundation that will essentially log their work and help them print these badges. As you probably know, every little help the vaccination process will be helpful, and we just speed the process up. So what they do is they essentially log in, they choose their location, and from there they can just either scan the bottle or create a new record that has the lot and the vaccine name as well as location. This will be used on every new those QR code that they will be printing later on. So we know exactly what dose and what lot number we are giving to every patient. In order to record, just press record a dose. You can scan the eligibility coupon from the card of the patient, and from there you will see, you just confirm that this code is this person is eligible for this type of code, and then press yes to confirm. You can administer the dose right now, and after you do it, you go straight into printing the badge. So the entire system is very simple and allows, or of course you can email and SMS as well, but allows vaccinators to not lose any time on IT and infrastructure, including it doesn't require you to type anything anywhere. Not sure if you have realized, but none of the things here require typing, which is a great addition to this system, especially for people that are, stressed around trying to give as many vaccinations as possible. The pressure is high these days. A similar system that we used into this app, you can see them online as well. So the app, we have a function that is just an app for vaccinators, and we have a portal for the organizations that are applying these vaccines to keep the private key and public key for the use. And let me show this to you as well, for the use, for their staff to use, right? So this is another simple portal, is the same user and password as you saw on that app. But now I have, I can register my vaccination programs, the different locations that I'm running. Say if I am CVS, it'll be each one of the CVS locations. And I can actually come here and print a QR code, which essentially allows me to place a code into my vaccine location, right? Say inside the Minute Clinic space, for instance, where users, after they take the reading, they can come here and just generate their own certificate. So if they have never heard about, an eligibility code, or never heard about this card that we are talking about, they can still either download the app or just take a picture of their certificate, which can be generated from any browser. So it becomes an accessibility platform here that is quite nice for most users. In this case, you can either type here your coupon code or just your name as a user, and you would generate a QR code. This QR code is signed by the platform that is keeping the private and public key for that partner that is applying these services, the vaccinations themselves, in a way that follows our protocol. And lastly, you can also check on our website how the final dashboard for states and cities is starting to look like. And this is a very early work yet, but all the information here is live. It's coming from the states and a little bit from the app itself. But you can see how much data we can show in terms of vaccinations, in terms of who, what individuals were successfully applied to, and including of course a breakdown into first doses and second doses and so on. So this is, I think this is a demo I had for you today. Feel free to ask me any questions later on. Hopefully you can get this app approved in the Apple Store, and then everybody can play with it. But if you use Android, it's already up. You can just search for PathCheck Foundation, and you should be able to find it there. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Victor.